We've heard from Justin say he causes damage, and a lot's been made of his mindset leading into this fight. Do you believe Justin Gaethje has a unique attitude towards fighting?
Yes, when he fight, he beginning very fast. Like first round, he's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I think him and the corner is two most dangerous guys in first round. But if you talk about second round, third round, they become like a little bit regular fighters.
And you've obviously faced a lot of great strikers in the past, like Edson Barboza, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor. How does Justin's striking compare to those, considering most of the narrative is between wrestling? What do you make of his striking?
I think he have dynamite on his hands, very good kick. He have very good kick. They all good. They all good when they stand up. But when I grab them, it's changed a little bit, And I think more than Dustin and Conor and other guys, he know how to wrestle. It's gonna be a little bit hard. But I prepare myself to try to take him down 100 times. It's going to be very interesting Saturday night.
Justin just mentioned his wrestling. I was curious, for the uninitiated, what's the difference between the wrestling you possess and the wrestling that a traditional American D1 wrestler possesses?
I think you're supposed to ask me what difference between Dagestan wrestling and American wrestling. This is a good question. I think it's big difference, and I know he know how to wrestle, but what about wrestling 25 minutes? It's gonna be like I told DC today, like when you fight with Stipe Miocic last time, you grab his leg one time and you take him down, and he get up very quickly, and that's it, and you finish. And other minutes all going stand up, but between me and DC is big difference in if I'm gonna try to take him down once and he gonna defend his good, I'm gonna go all night, I'm gonna go all night. This is big difference between US wrestling and Dagestan wrestling.
Khabib, you're a man of loyalty, a man of passion, and a man of dignity. But what are some of the other things that you want people to remember you for when you retire from the sport of mixed martial arts?
I don't know. When I'm retired, I just want to retire like undisputed, undefeated, UFC lightweight champion. And here in sport, I have this goal. Without sport, without octagon, honestly, I don't know. I have a lot of goals, and we'll see.
Thank you.
For Justin, if I could please, when we were talking to Khabib earlier, he mentioned that he thought he could wear you down. Rounds 3 and 4 might be a good time to finish you. Are you surprised to hear him say that he thinks he can wear you down based on your track record, your history of pace and of exciting fights?
No, I know he's ultimately confident in what he does. He's done it 28 times. So, I expect him to believe that that's going to happen. I've been telling myself that's going to happen, as a matter of fact. And that's what drives me every single day. I'm a performer. I always show up under the lights. And that's what I do. I've been doing this as long as he has. This is ingrained in us. And on Saturday night, I will, leave everything, give everything, and, be proud of my performance.
And last thing for me, Justin, I feel like in most of Khabib's fights, we can see his opponent, kind of a moment that person breaks, that person realizes, like, man, this dude's different. He's special. Have you ever been in a position like that where you were tested and you thought, man, this guy might break me? And if so, how do you get through that in a fight?
Never in actual competition, but in practice, that's happened many times. my rule is I quit or you quit every single time I go to practice. Whether we're best friends or enemies, I'm here to get better, and that's what every practice is for me. Again, I've been telling myself that's going to happen, and I can't wait to surprise myself again.
When you look at Khabib's past fights, is there a consistent mistake his opponents always make, or is it just that he's good enough to overcome whatever they have planned?
I didn't watch any tape on Khabib. I've watched his fights throughout his career because I'm a huge fan of MMA, but I didn't go back when I got him as an opponent to analyze him. I've always focused on being my best self. I've worked as long. He hasn't wrestled or fought somebody that has wrestled or grappled as long as he has. That is me. I have. Everyone says they're ready. I will not allow him to put me on the fence. And if I do, then I'm screwed. So my game plan is if he wants to grapple, let's grapple in the middle. And at all times, I will be, said 1,000 times, I cause damage. I have dense bones, and I'm going to kick his legs. That's where it's going to start, and then we're going to move on from there.
Same question for Justin. What do you make of Khabib's striking? We don't see a lot of it. I know you said you don't watch tapes, but given the fights that you have seen of his, does his striking compare to anyone else?
He has a lot of good things. Everything's unorthodox, and at different times. Everything in there is timing. Timing and space is the most important factors when you're in a fight. And I believe, he's world class in that regard. Doesn't sound like he's planning on striking much. He said 25 minutes on the ground, so we'll see how much of that we see.
Justin, after UFC 244, Dustin mentioned that during the aftermath that he felt like the away fighter. I'm curious to know, do you feel like you're on enemy turf here?
Go back a couple years ago, I think I said I wanted to go to Brazil and fight their best. I wanted to go to Ireland and fight their best. And I wanted to come to Russia and fight Khabib. That's the chaos. They don't wish. They wish ill on you. They don't necessarily want you to die or anything. But that hostility is what I thrive in, and I can't wait for there to be people back up. If there was 100,000 people in there wanting me to die, it would be fantastic. It would be such a great feeling.